Yep. Cool.
Nice.
Oh, those are big ones today. It is Brewsday Tuesday, and DreZ is alongside Huck as always. And we're in Studio B over here, Huck.
Yeah, we are.
And well, before we get into the meaty gritty, I do have my Fatback Soul Shack pint glass.
Yes.
It is getting poured into it.
Well, you know,
some special Troegs.
makes it taste better. You put it in that fatback glass.
that it does.
Should have brought some green tomatoes, fried green tomatoes.
Man, I wish. But either way, Huck, we do have a special guest also in studio, or I guess I should say guest. I think we're going to split them up segment-wise. But Troegs is in the house, man.
That would explain us being in the other studio then, wouldn't it?
Yes, we are in Studio B because whenever we have guests, we got to hop in here, and then pun intended. But yeah, we got Andrew Dixon, who's the production manager, if that is correct.
That is correct.
So you're the man that's brewing this deliciousness.
Absolutely.
Awesome, man. Well, I know that we usually untap the same beer, but these guys were kind enough to bring so many different ones. You got something different in your glass than mine. So what are you sipping on over there, Huck?
I've got the amber, and it's extra dry hopped.
All right.
And then let me just give you a little heads up. You know, Troegs is from Pennsylvania, up near Hershey Park, if I'm not mistaken.
That is correct, right down the street.
You can actually see it from there. I drove up there, and I had a few beers a couple years ago when I was coming back from Boston. I had a really good time, and I had some of these scratch beers. And when I heard they were coming, I said, hey, can you bring us some of these scratch beers? And darn if they didn't bring us like 4 of them.
Yes, they definitely did show up. And my scratch, by the way, just to throw this out there real quick, is the Scratch 254, the Raspberry Gosa, which is pretty nice, man. It's sitting nice on my palate right about now.
Mine's a 264. It's a higher number. Does that make it better?
I don't know. We'll have to swap
you,
glasses
suppose,
a little
right?
bit later, and we'll figure it out.
I think we will.
But so Andrew, man, can you tell us a little bit about the whole scratch process? Because I mean, yeah, he mentioned these scratch beers, and I'm like, well, what does that mean? These are like a special limited edition line.
They are. We have a production brew house, which is 100 barrels for our normal beers, we'll call them. For scratch beers, we have a 15-barrel small batch brew house. So each week we create new recipes on this small brew house, typically anywhere from 30 to 60 kegs that we'll put on in our tap room.
Okay. So basically, I mean, you're not going to be able to. I know these are canned. Can you get these anywhere besides your brewery in Pennsylvania?
Some of them make it out into the market, but not in large volume by any means.
So
We've had them in town on kegs. I know occasionally. I think.
Right.
yeah, because y'all were over at the Tap House, I think last week or something, and they had some over there. So
Yeah, and I think I've seen them at 622 and some of the other places in town.
yeah,
Occasionally.
yeah. But
We need to see more of that.
yeah. But so anytime you see Troegs and Scratch in the same sentence or on the same can or on a menu, you should probably try it because it's not going to be there very long.
Yeah, I think you run 2 at the brewery most of the time.
Anywhere from 2 to 12. I mean,
really?
Yeah, it really depends on kind of what we have time to do. Scratch beers are also available in our anthology pack. Different one each quarter with each season.
Is that going to be available in this area?
Yes.
Yes. Okay.
Yes. So right now, it's the fall anthology. There's a Bach beer in there, and we'll get into winter here as seasons change, and that'll be chocolate stout.
Yeah, I mean, we are kind of on the cusp for this go, so this is one that would be a good summery kind of a jam. Speaking of which, where'd that can go? I need to pour more in my glass at this point. I'm already chugging
Short
it down.
poured yourself?
A little bit. You know, I wanted to share. This is a big can, but what size can is this?
It's 32 ounces.
This is a
It's called
32?
Crowler.
You like big cans,
Crowd.
and you can't deny it.
I'm a fan of the big can. There's no doubt about that. But so speaking of this Raspberry Ghost, can you tell me a little bit about it? I mean, you had your hand in making this bad boy, right?
Yeah. Back to the anthology pack, we had a Gosa in our summer anthology, and as we kind of got towards the end of summer, we thought, well, let's put some fruit in this and see how it goes. So the Raspberry Gosa is a sour beer. It's fermented with lactobacillus and then fermented with ale yeast.
Yeah, it's good, man. I'm digging this. I always like some sours, every now and then.
Yeah, sours are good. Let me have a taste of that.
I was gonna say, here you go, Huck. I know you're looking to get some of this, but and then Huck over there is sipping on the amber. which that was risky. Handing that open beer can across the board.
I'm gonna drink right out of it like it's another kind of beer we don't talk about.
No big deal. So that was. I know that the Gosa is 254. So I mean, is you just gone 1, 2, 3? You're up to almost working on 300 scratch beers.
Yeah, we've been doing them for almost 10 years now, and again at various intervals.
So so it's kind of just like experiments, right?
Absolutely.
New stuff. Do some of the scratch beers turn into the regular James? Is that just how it works?
They do, yeah. I mean, our goal with the scratch beers isn't always to come up with a production beer. Could be trialing new ingredients. Could be just something we want to drink, something seasonally specific. Either way, but yes, some of our production beers have come from the scratch beer series.
What's the most unusual one you made?
Oh boy.
What sticks in your memory banks?
We made an apple saison, which was very interesting.
I'm a big fan of saisons. So
Yeah,
sounds good.
Yeah, it
we
does
used
sound good.
French saison yeast. We used Winchester apples, which is a heirloom variety. You can't really find it very, very often, but grown in South Central Pennsylvania.
That's your area. Yeah.
Yes.
It's always nice when you can put a little bit of something from the local town, fresh.
Absolutely. Yep. So we fermented the beer with fresh pressed Winchester apple juice, which really added a really nice cider characteristic to it. The spiciness from the French saison yeast, and then at the end we back sweetened it with some
Pardon me.
fresh pressed Gala apple juice.
Nice.
Yeah, that does sound good, man. How do you like that amber over there? What can you tell us about the amber?
The amber is pretty heavily dry hopped. Not a lot of bittering hops in the beer, so it is not very bitter. It just has a great fresh aroma. Dry hop with Simcoe, with Columbus, and Nugget.
Nugget. You get the nugget in there.
I get the nugget. It's a nice beer. It's really crisp, clear, tasty.
You ready to go ahead and untap
I'm
it?
ready.
Yeah, man. What do you think? Give me your full critique.
My full critique. Okay, nice lacing, nice head, nice and clear. This beer is perfectly colored, amber. The taste is it's very fresh on the tongue. And then you don't get the whole back bitterness. You get a little maltiness on the tail end of it. So, you know me, I'm a score whore.
Yeah,
it's a 5.
It's definitely a 5. Well, of course we're talking Untapped scores over here. If you haven't downloaded Untapped, we delved into it heavily on our last show. It's a free beer app. You can tag your buddies in it. You can rate a beer, and it's definitely handy if you're a fan of craft beer and you drink so many you can't remember if you've had it or what you liked or whatever. So Huck's Beer Buzz is his handle. DreZ Drinks is mine. For this the Raspberry Gosa, yeah, I mean, like you said, this is I'm kind of surprised. Maybe it's just because it's dark in here, but I thought that this would be a little bit lighter in color. But it's got almost an amber color hue to it. But of course, it doesn't taste like an amber at all, man. We're talking a sour beer, but not too sour, which is very nice. It definitely has those hints of raspberry. Hang on.
All the color actually comes from the raspberry. There's no color malt in the beer. It's
that right?
wheat and Pilsner malt.
Wow. Yeah, it does have like I said, the lighting in here isn't fantastic, but
it looks a little unfiltered. Is that
the
taste?
Gosa?
Yeah.
Yes.
Yeah. Hashtag unfiltered. There you go. But yeah, man. I mean, sours. I like a sour every now and then. They're not my go-to. So unlike Huck over here, I'm not a score whore. But but it is a damn good beer. So I'd say it's at least a 4.5 on the out of 5 scale on tap for sure, man. So we got like you said, you guys brought us plenty of beers. So I think what we might do is play a song, come back, finish these, and then pop open another one. Sound good to you guys?
Sounds
good to
great.
me.
All right, let's do it. We'll be back with more Brewsday Tuesday right after this. Hang on.